Hello, I'm Shivan Dasu, and this is Aditya Vengara. This is our Grid Guardian project. Now let's let Aditya talk about it.
So this is our detailed grid view. As you can see, if you hover over substation, you can see their name as well as the capacity they carry. Now, we can also get a detailed view of every city, state, and the entire country. If we type in our hometown where this was developed of 94568, we can notice our thing comes up. And when we click on it, it will zoom in to our hometown of Dublin, California. And as you can see, it gives us a detailed view with substation over here as well as power lines over here. We also have AI models for forecasting all of this. We say load forecaster, LSTM, anomaly detector, renewable generation forecaster, building consumption predictor, and the climate resilience scorer with all of these important metrics. And we also have the data, which is all of these important and very detailed data sets that were plugged into the AI model and trained over long periods of time to get the most accurate and up-to-date data for the grid and keeping America resilient in power. Now, Sri will talk about the rest.
Let's go to scenarios. So these are different scenarios that happen throughout the years, and you could simulate these scenarios, and you could check out what happened during that time to cause those scenarios. Now we could run the scenario. It'll automatically run the simulation over here, and you could see in real time what happened. You could also edit the time and stuff like that. And here you see all the results. And then there you go. On the bottom, you could do view analysis. That's where you see most of the results. Next up, the AI Copilot. The AI Copilot uses AI, which we've trained over a long period of time, to predict and detect anomalies and also detect the status of different locations. Now, if we try to look at the situation in New York, it'll go to New York and shows the situation over there.
You can speed this part up.
Now here you see we're going over to New York, and on the right side we see a description of how it is in New York and what we could say next and ask. Next, we could look at the layers. Here in the layers, you could turn off and turn on layers to see what you want and what you don't want. So here, to hear the transmission lines, if you turn it off and on, they'll go off and on. You could also customize what you want to turn off and on. Now we could go to live. So basically what the live tab is, it shows real-time grid monitoring. It might take a minute to load, but here you go. It shows you how the status of the grid is. Right now we have a lot of problems with weather. So that's why it shows you. Our weather score is 64. Here are the 64 problems we have in US right now. Our grid is moderate. These are the regions and shows what how it is in each region. And here are the alerts, most recent alerts which we need to fix. And here's an impact. This basically simulates customized problems. So you could change the values on the top and it'll automatically change the values on bottom using AI. Here's US's independency. Here's a historical context of what it's built on. And here's critical infrastructure protection. And here are American jobs. This impact place is basically where most of the information is stored about our grid, the history of our grid, and what it causes when it goes out, and what happens when it goes out. We also have a light and dark mode, which could switch through. And that's Grid Guardian.
Thank you for watching our presentation.
Thank you for watching our presentation.